Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Jim Morris. I'm a licensed psychotherapist and musician, sharing the healing power of music. And today we are looking at Billie Eilish with Chihiro. I think that's how you say it. Chihiro. Arigato. Chihiro. All right, here we go. Jumping into Billie Eilish.
To take my love away. When I come back around, will I know what to say? Said you won't forget my name.
Who left all these doors open?
Not tomorrow. Kinda strange. Feeling sorrow. I got changed.
A lot of doors closing here.
When I come back around, will I know what to say? Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Open up the door. Can you
So check this out. It's kind of hard to see because it's so dark. She goes down this long hallway that's empty. Nobody's around. And all the doors are open. And she had access to all of these different places that she could have gone, but she wasn't having it. She literally closed the door, denying access to all of these new places. Instead, she's fixated on one thing and one thing only. She gets there and she opens that door, and what happens? There's nothing but darkness. It appears to be empty. Her hair is blowing like there's a tornado going on. So I don't know if this door is a passageway to the outside, if this is actually an exit, or if it's to another area of the building she's in, or what the deal is here. But it's interesting that she passed up all of those opportunities that she had, and whether she was mindlessly just closing those doors or it was an intentional decision. But that's the way that it is, especially when she's singing about love, and love that was taken, not given. And so when that happens, this is oftentimes what will result from that. So something for us to pick up on and learn from. Let's see where she's heading. What's going on in this empty room, this dark place?
I know you said before you can't cope with anymore. You told me it was war. Said you'd show me what's in store. I hope it's not for sure. Can you open up the door?
She stood there for an inordinate amount of time. She stood there for quite a while. And some folks may say, well, that's not a big deal. Well, it is a big deal because the door was open. She stood there and she waited for a reason. And whenever there's darkness and uncertainty, and you've got adversity in the form of this wind that's blowing against you, and making the decision of whether or not you actually want to go into that willingly, it takes courage. So kudos to Billie for, in spite of what could appear to be potential harm, she's decided to go for it anyway. Let's see what happens here.
Did you
Okay, it's a stairwell.
take my love?
Ah, there you are. Hey, where you going? Been looking for you. Get over here. Oh man, the chase is on. She's running him down. So when you're in that type of a situation, sometimes you can't see what's really there. And sometimes you see what you want to see. And the confusion that results whenever you're struggling with a love that has been taken from you and not given. It's not surprising to experience something like that. The limited options that you feel like you have, as I was talking about the doors, and feeling like you don't deserve to have these new opportunities. Sometimes you don't recognize that they're new opportunities. It can be a number of things that result from the confusion. And so regardless, she ends up in a place where she's chasing somebody who obviously doesn't want to be with her, and she is not ready to accept that. So what's she going to do here about it?
So you seated the counter when I looked away. So you turned around, but it wasn't your face.
As that camera was moving like that, reminded me of the second hand, on a clock. And she was talking about looking for him and he wasn't there. And as time continues to move forward, as he continued to move forward, she remained stuck. She was stuck in that place and time where she wasn't able to keep moving. And this is what happens. You get caught up in a cycle.
I need to be alone now, I'm taking a break. How come when I returned you were gone away?
She's got him again. Oh, hey, no. Okay, a headshot, no. So now you're talking about domestic violence. And when it comes to domestic violence and power and control, there's a cycle. And that cycle is tension building, the explosion, and then the honeymoon. And then it repeats. So tension building, explosion, honeymoon. And over and over. So we've had the tension building, we have the explosion. Let's see if we get the honeymoon. That's the way it works. And so what can you expect now? Next, I would anticipate tension building and then another explosion, and on it goes. Yeah, the contrast from when she went through that last door, it was total darkness. She goes through this door with him, and the light is so blinding you can't even see. And so these extremes and not being able to find balance is part of the message here, that if you want to experience healing, you've got to come back closer to a point of homeostasis, of equilibrium, of being able to focus on what's more important, which is the relationship with yourself. So all of this instability here, this is building tension. And that's what's being reflected here. And being lost in this type of chaos and not knowing where to look to be able to find something that makes sense.
And that's when you found me. I was waiting in the garden, contemplating, beg your pardon, but there's a part of me that recognizes you. Do you feel it too?
So she says, she's talking about him finding her. And she said that she was waiting in the garden. Waiting in the garden. Where's the garden? What is she talking about here? She's talking about her escape. That's where she goes to escape, is what she calls the garden. And this is the place where you go when you don't have the capacity to be able to deal with your emotional pain, with your struggles, your disappointment, your stress, your anxiety. She says that she was contemplating. Beg your pardon, she said. So she was so distracted with what was going on in her own head in the garden, that place of escape. She was focused somewhere else, and she wasn't even able to hear what was going on here in the real world as somebody's trying to talk to her. And this is a place that can be even worse for you to go to whenever you're talking about struggles and disappointments and hurts from relationships that aren't working and aren't healthy.
When you told me it was serious, were you serious? They told me they were only curious. Now it's serious. Open up the door, can you open up the door? I know you said before you can't cope with anymore. It told me it was war, said you'd
Is that him?
what's in store. I hope it's not for sure. Can you open up the door?
Okay, so now we've got a role reversal going on here. And she's got the ball and she's heading for the end zone. What's going to happen here? She's at the 40. She's at the 35, the 30, the 25. She could go all the way. He's closing in. Oh, and he brings her down inside of the 1 yard line. Oh, God. So what do we have now? So this can be one of two things. This could be foreplay, which is going to bring us into the honeymoon, or we could be coming deeper into the explosion from the tension that was building. So let's see what they do here. Okay, so it looks like when it was flashing to the dark scenes that she was falling and falling from a high place, and that place of darkness, and falling deeper into the unknown. So yeah, we've got an explosion that's going on here in that cycle that I was talking about, at least to this point where these flashing images are occurring. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. I'm waiting for somebody to be put in the figure 4 leg lock here. Yeah, I see a smile. So, yeah, there it is. And the cycle goes on. You know, as you're looking at trying to hold on to hope, recognize that when you are holding on to hope, that's one thing. But when you're holding on to the need for power and control, that's not the same thing. And being able to understand the difference is definitely something that helps with healing that needs to take place whenever you've got a love that has been taken away from you rather than been given to you. And so, Billie, another great job of being able to help us to see some things that are really important with regards to how music can help us on our journey of healing. If this is something that you think is important for people to understand and to know more about, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you've already done that, please make sure that you share and give us a thumbs up. Thanks again for joining me, everybody. I look forward to sharing with you again next time here on Music Heals.